Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Coffee. Oh, good evening, and welcome to the Villainous Times for Friday, July 13th, 2012. With me, Juton. So, today we're going to open things up with a bit of an oddity, really, in the world of science fiction, which started out as movie making, which is to say that maybe somebody's pointing this out already, but why are the stormtroopers in 4, 5, and 6 just regular guys? And why are all the stormtroopers in 1, 2, and 3 clones? And why do the clones not have a conscience? They just follow whatever? Yeah, because I mean, the stormtroopers seem to have a conscience. They don't open fire shooting at anyone without orders, right? And the ones in 1, 2, and 3, they just pretty much they blast everything inside. They just want to kill. They're malicious. They're destructive. They kill Jedi. They kill kids. Jedi kids. Children. They obviously 1, 2, and 3, the clones, they have no midichlorians. Like their count is like below 0. Because I mean, if midichlorian count has to do with like your potential for emotional connection with the universe, to absorb and utilize that power, they have none because they're not even able to connect with the fact that they're killing children. So obviously they have no midichlorian count. And the droids in 1, 2, and 3, they have no midichlorian count either. They're just robots, right? Except for that General Grievous guy, because obviously he's got a midichlorian count of something in his brain that's left, that's inside the robot husk. Because he can use lightsabers and is awesome. That's pretty awesome. I like him. He's awesome. He dies, but he's awesome. And then we have, like, so 4, 5, and 6. You have regular guys, stormtroopers. So, like, all the clones must have died, and then they just couldn't make more because the guy also died. But he died in 6. So, he obviously was around to make more clones in 4, 5, and 6. But they didn't do that because they just have regular guys because they have different voices. Which is, something illogical because 4, 5, and 6 chronologically come last, but they were made first, so 1, 2, and 3 should logically be match. So they should be the same. Or at least allude to why they're different. Or tell you why they're different. Like, flat out. These guys are regular guys because all the clones died, so we need to hire somebody. And so we went to this planet called Schmucktus, and we hired all the schmucks. And they were like, sure, I'll stand around in a really awkward suit and makes my voice kind of choppy in the moment. And I gotta hold a gun and guard a post and maybe shoot Ewoks and kids. Although that's pretty morally decrepit, so maybe I'll hesitate. Like the guys in the Civil War who, fired only a small percentage of their muskets at the enemy because they were brothers. Family. Relational. Worldly neighbors. Yeah, neighbors. Good. Don't kill your neighbor unless they deserve it. AKA, they're a murderer. And you've got a gun. And you feel okay with doing that because you'll go to jail. So, have fun with that. Anyway, so 4, 5, and 6. Do those guys have midichlorians? I mean, you gotta take into account that one of the hundreds of thousands of, stormtroopers, probably they were, like, in a battle one time, and they were like firing, getting shot at, like, oh, getting shot at, and the guy was like, no! And he blocked the laser with his hand because he had the force, right? He didn't know it. His midichlorian count was just way up. And, anyways, so then he becomes the Emperor, or just, like, he just stays a stormtrooper because nobody I mean, if Midichlorians are in the whole universe and everybody knows about them because they're what makes the Force, then obviously everybody should be educated about them. So if you randomly stop a laser, you'd be like, I just stopped a laser. My Midichlorian count is pretty high. I should be able to do Force stuff. So I'm going to enroll in training. I'm training myself. I'm going to be awesome. Forget you guys. And then leave. Don't be a stormtrooper anymore. But does that happen? People, does that? I don't even know. That'd be wicked if they told a story like that. I would be that guy. Like, no! And you block 2 lasers at once. And then you kill both the bad guys. Or maybe they're the good guys fighting you because you're a stormtrooper. So then you just, like, you kill 2, whatever the flying lizard chickens that character was. That somehow got to be a chancellor. Like, you think that if he gets to be a chancellor for, like, representing a star system, that some random stormtrooper would eventually, throughout the history of that galactic system history, would stop a laser and be like, I have a high midichlorian count. You are the droids I was looking for. Don't even wave your hand at me. I know. My Force is with me. That's what that guy would. He's not like, like that other guy. The guy that actually let them go was sitting at home late and, those were the droids I was looking for. Right? He'd be like, no, you can't hand wave me. I hand waved a lady at a restaurant once. It was pretty wicked. She came in and the whole family sat down. And she walked in the room and was like, do you guys? And I was like, we'll just have water, thanks. She was like, you'll just have water. Okay. And left. It was awesome. It's like one of the coolest experiences. Every time we go to that restaurant or any restaurant and we all sit down together and somebody comes in and asks us what we like to drink, we all do that. We'll just have water. And it works. It's awesome. So anyways, yeah. Why do, logically, 1, 2, and 3 not fit with 4, 5, and 6? And 4, 5, and 6 are way better than 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3 are, like, super not making sense. Because they got the chicken character, who's a lizard, that is weird with the big floppy ears. And then you got the shape-shifting guy that kills herself or gets shot by a thing. I mean, why does that relationship suck? Acting, not cool. Anyway, you should look up the Star Wars review on YouTube. Part 1 of 8. Do it. You will enjoy. The guy's crazy. Yeah, he's great. It's awesome. Anyways, so this is part 1 for the Villainous Times, Friday, June 13th, 2012. Be right back with part 2, where we will be discussing the humane way to kill an animal. Yeah, something like that. So anyway, I hope you have taken into account that midichlorians in the Star Wars universe should have been a known fact, and thus should have been way more Jedi. After, the apocalypse of the Jedi being killed in, whatever, 4. Or not 4. 1, 2, and 3. No, 4, 5, and 6. Because 1, 2, and 3 have not been made. So, 1, 2, 3, 7, 10. Yes! No. It must have been a Star Wars cantina, yeah? Where Darth Vader could have gone and, got something to eat for his weird lady. That's also something funny you should look up. Star Wars cantina. Awesome on YouTube. So, I'll be right back.